Hello, 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 and welcome back to Glorious Crafts. Today I'm going to be making a flower that is for the 4th of July. It's kind of like a wreath. It looks like a flower for the 4th of July. It's going to be red, white, and blue. So I'm going to tell you what you need. You're going to need a glass cutting board or a glass table so that you can use your wood burner. You're going to need poly burlap mesh, a ruler. You're going to need a grid circle. Now, you probably could use 2 of these. I had used non-skid rug cushion, which I had glued to my wreaths because I did not get a big enough one. So you could get the square one and cut it down. This is the size. It's a 14-inch wreath. I got it at Dollar Tree. And then I bought this grid at Amazon. You're going to need scissors, some pipe cleaners, doesn't matter what color, and the poly burlap deco mesh is going to be red, white, and blue. And then you're also going to need this mesh tubing. Trying to remember everything you need. So that's about it. And I will most likely put in the description of this what all you need. So we're going to start with the mesh first. Cutting that. So we're going to get started with that. So you want to roll out your mesh, and you want it to be 11 inches. Let me see if I can. That's better. I adjusted the camera. So you want to do 10 inches. So you take your ruler and you go down to 10 inches, and you want to go between the lines. I'm going to show you what I mean. So I went between the next grid of this. So I'm going to continue to use my wood burner and go all the way up the same line. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to show you again in one moment. Okay. And I'm just going in a square. The square, see how, oh, this is so messed up. See how there's little square patterns here? I'm going right at 10 inches through this one square. So I'm going to continue that all the way up my deco mesh. And you want to be careful not to burn yourself. This works on the burlap deco mesh, but not regular deco mesh with the wood burner. So I don't have zip ties. You can use zip ties. I'm using pipe cleaners. So you're going to fold your petal in half, just like this. And then you're going to squunch, squunch, squunch it up together, just like that. And fold it over. Take this or a zip tie and zip tie or pipe cleaner your flower together, just like that. I'm going to show you again. So you have your deco mesh. Really wish it would stop rolling back on me. And you're going to measure it out to 10 inches. When you get to the 10 inches, you're going to take your wood burner, and at the 10-inch mark, you're going to start burning in between the boxes. I'm going to show you again what I mean. There's little boxes, and I'm going in between one of the little boxes to cut all the way up my mesh. So you don't want to burn yourself, like I said. You want to go slow, but not too slow to melt all the, I apologize, my leg hit that, the mesh. Be better if you had it straight, because it would make a better line. Now I'm going to show you how to make the petal. And this is the same petal and the same cut pattern for the red, the white, and the blue. So you are now going to scrunch, 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 scrunch. Fold this over. You could use a zip tie. Not exactly sure how many of each color I will need, but I will let you know as we do this. I made one, but I had a smaller wreath. So I have cut out all of my colors. So I'm still going to need my pipe cleaners. And I'm going to get my wreath. And I only need the one part of it. So this is a non-skid mat that I had. And what I did was I used pipe cleaners. And on all the bars I put pipe cleaners. And then I used hot glue for this. So we're going to do blue first. And I want to do blue here and blue here. Okay, in these brackets. And the rest is going to be red and white. So I'm going to start on right here, and I am going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it through here, just like that. See that? Right here, and then I'm going to go underneath and come out the top so that this will stay and it won't move anywhere. So I'm going to show you again on the next one. I'm going to use a different color pipe cleaner. So I have my pipe cleaner. Here's the bar. So you want to take it and go underneath, just like that. And then you want to twist it and make sure that it's not really moving. Then you want to take this piece and go up through and give it another twist. So now it's not going to move anywhere. It's secure. So I'm going to take my blue petal, put it in here with my zip tie, and twist it on. Then I'm going to take another blue and put it on this zip tie. You don't want it exactly lapped on top of each other. You want it kind of next to each other. Right like that. So they're right here. Just like that. Now, you're going to need one more in the middle. So you want to go to your middle bar. But you want to bring it through your grid. And you want to stay as close to the bar as possible and bring it up and bring this up just like that and twist it. Okay? Doesn't seem to be going anywhere, which is wonderful. You're going to take another blue, and I'm going to lay it over this way, over here, and twist it. And this is what it looks like so far, and I have used 3 of my petals. I am probably going to use quite a few of the petals, so I'm going to continue to do this, and I will show you what it looks like. I need to be a little bit more clear. Once you use your wood burner, first off, the reason that's why you need a glass table or glass cutting board, because it's a wood burner. It gets extremely hot, and glass is the best. Secondly, do it in a well-ventilated area. Have a fan on, open your windows, go outside, wear a mask. When you're going to roll your petal, here's your petal, this is how you cut it. You want to flip it over where, see how it rolls in? Flip it over, just like this. Okay? You're going to fold it in half as best you can. You cut it at 10 inches. And my burlap deco mesh is, I want to say 10 inches wide. Let me get the exact how big that is in 1 second, because I ordered it from Amazon and I know it's in my shopping cart. So okay, the deco mesh I ordered was, I had 3 rolls, and it is 10 inches. 10 inches wide, and so far I have rolled the entire roll of blue, and I am not exactly sure how many I'm going to use, but see how you have a little fray here? With the burlap mesh, I think it's so much easier because you don't have as much fraying as you do with regular deco mesh. So everything that you fold is going to be rounded side in. This is the end of the roll, that's why it's a little wonky. And fold it into a triangle as best you can. And then you want to scooch it all together to make your leaf. And I will show you how to fix these wispies in 1 second. So you tie your wreath form piece together of your mesh. It's a little goofy, this piece, because of the fact that it was the end of the roll. And you just take your scissors and you cut the wispies off. Very, very easy. There it is. Fold another one, rounded side in, put it into a triangle. I am going to tell you exactly how many I need. I am actually using the entire roll, so we shall see if it does those 2 brackets like I said in the beginning, like that I wanted. It might not, so then I'll have more red and more white. I also had ordered white stars from Amazon. I think 25 came in a pack. It might have been $7.99. So very easy peasy to do this. Any wispies that you have that you don't like, just cut off. Again, put it in a triangle. Mush it, mush it, mush it. Squunch it, squunch it, squunch it. Make it look like a petal. This is the last blue one that I have, and I want to go back and I will show you the wreath. I have about 21 petals on the blue, which is right here and here, and they have to be kind of like tamed to go that way. Right now I'm going to put on more zip ties and show you where the zip ties are going to go, to give you a better definition of what I am doing. So, not zip ties, pipe cleaners. So, I have my pipe cleaners and I cut them in half. And I showed you, we start on this bar right here. Not this, but right here. The second slat in. and tie that nice and tight. If it moves, loop it under like I showed you. So another one here. And this will speed your process up. Then put it through your grid. And here. So I used all the blue. I have a wispy, but I'll have to get rid of that. Now for here. These are going to move when you put them on here. Let me show you. Doesn't matter how many times you tie it, it's going to move. But that's okay because it's going to be next to other flowers. So I am just twisting it on. Going to put one in the grid. The grid's not going to move because you have that grid paper, not paper, grid mat or plastic glued on. And I also have it with pipe cleaners. So, and that is pretty much it for how to put your pipe cleaners on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just putting more over here. I'm going to, once I get these on here, oh my goodness, and I'm going to need more in the middle because I have none, but putting these on here. See how this moves? I don't like that. That's when I loop it underneath and give it a twist so it's not moving. We're not using the first. We're going with the second. Okay, now we're going to start with red. Here's our red petal. You go over here and we're going to red petal it up. Red petal. Just like that. Then I'm going to get a white petal. And tuck it right in here. Then I'm going to get a red petal. And put it right here. So I am going to continue to alternate red and white, all the way through my flower. And then I'll come back and show you what it looks like and puff it up. But see how this has these wispies on it? Just cut them off. I don't know if I told you. I might have. I have 20 or 21 of the blue. And I honestly used my entire mesh that I had. So I'm going to continue doing red and white, the rest, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. For this ruffle that I learned how to do from a YouTuber, her name, I don't know her name, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear her when she was talking, and I watched her video like a million times. It's On the Porch Design. Awesome idea. So I have poly burlap deco mesh. I wanted just deco mesh, but I ended up with poly burlap. This is what Amazon sent me. I thought I just got burlap, but I didn't. But that's my problem. So what you're going to do is, I have an unfinished edge. So you're going to roll it over so it doesn't keep rolling away. Fold it over because it was curling up. You're going to take your hot glue gun and you're going to go all the way down with the glue. All the way down. Okay? Then you're going to take your mat, your silicone mat, and you're going to push this in. Just push it in to your mesh. Okay. Then, whoopsie, I got a little glue on the mesh. Need that off right here because I need to do something with that. So, that's going to be your one end. You're going to do the same thing to the other end. Okay? So you're going to trim this up where it has the wispies. Any wispies you're going to trim up. Now, you're going to unravel your entire roll of mesh to the other end, and you're going to do the exact same thing. If it has a finished edge, which I started this already, so I just don't know. But if it has a finished edge, you're only going to need to do just the middle. And what I mean by that is you're going to fold your mesh in half, just like this, in half. And you're going to go down and do a pretty decent amount. Put a crease in it, just like that. Then you're going to get your scissors and you're going to take the topmost piece, which is right here, and you're going to cut that. Okay? So you're going to cut it just like that. And you're going to start to pull. Now, if you're having problems pulling it, you can ruffle it up. Rough it up. Rough it up. But this is what's going to give you your ruffles. See? You're just going to continue to pull. Now, I want to show you, see, right here, here's the piece that you're pulling. You don't want to pull too tight. If you pull it too tight, it's going to break. You don't want it to break. Now, with burlap mesh, the weave doesn't start to come apart, but this is poly burlap, so this is starting to come apart. That's okay. That's going to be on the bottom facing the wreath. So you're going to continue to do the ruffles all the way down. You're going to take your grid circle and you're going to go, here's the middle, and then 1 and then 2. So put it in there, and then here's the center, 1 and then 2. You're going to put your pipe cleaner in there, just like that, and leave it just like this for later. Okay? Now, as you do your ruffles all the way down your string, you want to open it up in the center and separate your ruffles. Separate them, because you're going to want to lay this flat. You want to make sure you have enough ruffle all the way through. You don't want it too tight. You don't want it not tight enough. So, when you go and you open it all the way up, you're going to continue all the way through, and right here it's not really ruffled. See how it came apart? That really bothers me, so I suggest you get burlap. But if you end up not being able to get burlap in the color you want, you can get it in poly burlap, but it will have this marking. So you want to turn your burlap over, just like this, and you want to make sure you have your ruffle it up, and you want to get your hot glue gun, and you are going to put a generous amount right on your string. Right on your string. You want to make sure it's on the string. Then you want to pat it down. And as soon as it dries, you can cut it. It's not going to go anywhere. But you want to wait till it dries. You want to make sure it's dry. Then you want to get your scissors and cut your string. Just like that. So you have your string glued in. Now you want to make everything go the same way. So you want to open it up and or put it this way. This way's better. Okay? And you have all your ruffles going the same way. So when you open it up and lay it flat, then you want all your ruffles to go the same way. So you're going to want to push down to make everything go the same way. This is what is going to attach your ruffle to your wreath. So you're going to take your ruffle. You can use a zip tie, whatever you like. You're going to take this and you want to have where your string is, you want that always on the bottom. So you're going to take your pipe cleaner, whatever you have, and put it in. I'm going to give it a little twist. And then you want to put it as close as possible to your other pipe cleaner. So you're going to go in both of them, right in, and pull this through one at a time. Okay. There's my thing. Okay. Then you're going to give it a twist and cut off the excess. Sorry about that. Cut off the excess. Now, you can use pipe cleaners, whatever you like. I use hot glue to glue this onto my wreath form. So you're going to want to circle and make it look like a flower. So basically your ruffle, the string always has to be on the bottom. So I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue. You can use pipe cleaners, whatever you like. And I am going to start rolling my ruffle. It gets very heavy because of the fact that it's a lot of mesh together. So you want to roll it, see how I'm rolling it, all the way around with your mesh. Just like that. And you always want the string on the bottom. Give this a moment or two to have this adhere. Bring my mesh around with my ruffles, and you're just going to continually bring it around. Why is it not ruffling out? Did my string break? I think my string Yes, it did. My string has broken, which bums me out. So I am going to, because this isn't burlap, it's a pain in the tushy, so I am tying this string in a knot right here. I'm going to go through some of my mesh to tie it in a knot, and then I'm going to glue it like I did earlier. But I believe because this is poly burlap, not burlap, I believe it melted the string. So I tied it there, just like that, cut the string off. So I don't want to waste what I've already done, so I'm going to continue to wrap around my mesh until I can get to where it's ruffled. I'm going to add some more hot glue. And because this is mesh, the deco mesh, I think it'd be better not to do it with hot glue because of the fact that it's melting my string, and we don't want that. So I'm going to go get more pipe cleaners, and then we will pipe cleaner it up. So when I did my last one, I had burlap, and that's why I used hot glue, but the hot glue is not working on this. Now that I'm finally back at the ruffles, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it through, and I want the string on the bottom. I'm going to put this as close as possible to the other one and give it a twist. So now I have my ruffles starting because I melted it, which made me very sad. So now you're just going to continue to wrap around your ruffle. See how pretty that ruffle is? Sorry about the middle. Doesn't matter what color pipe cleaners you have because of the fact that you're not going to see it. It's going to be on the bottom of your wreath. So you want these tucked as close as possible. So wherever you feel you need another pipe cleaner to hold down your lovely ruffle, make sure the string that you pulled is in the middle. So see the ruffles coming into shape? Lovely. So I'm going to hold all these pipe cleaners in the middle while I turn this and start wrapping, which is fun. Really kind of bummed that I thought I got just burlap, white burlap, and they send me poly burlap, which melts. So every so many turns is when you're going to want to put another pipe cleaner. That one's not so great. I have a silver one. So you're going to put it in going to go over top of the string that you have, and then go back in again. Twist that up. Hold all your pipe cleaners and continue to wrap your beautiful, beautiful ruffle. You want the string on the bottom, string on the bottom, string on the bottom. Now, because this isn't a finished end, I had to hot glue the entire area all the way down. So now I'm going to use one more for this. Okay, I have a black one. And you want to make sure you're doing it over top of the string. So you go in, go in, and then come down and give it a twist. Now I'm going to cut all these off, but here's your center. I apologize for the center being all wonky. That really bums me out, but it kind of looks like the middle of a flower. So now I'm going to cut these off, except for the white one, because the white one's what's going to adhere it to our wreath. Make sure they're tight. Get your scissors and cut above where you've twisted, because you don't want to not have it adhere. Okay, push these down, and I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to my pipe cleaner so that they don't move, because I have harder plastic here than the mesh. Just like that. And I'm going to wait for that to dry a little bit. And while that's drying, here is the center of your wreath. How gorgeous is that? So I'm still waiting for this to dry. Just want these down so they're not sticking out. Push them down. Once it's dry, I want to show you that if you find that it's not secure enough, or you need more pipe cleaners, get some more pipe cleaners. Bread ties, whatever you've got, you want to make sure that it's secure. So I have a bread tie or a flower tie, and I am sticking this in here. Going to pull it out, putting it through here, putting this one through here also. You just want to make sure that your flower center is positioned perfectly. You don't want it to come apart. So I'm thinking I'm going to put some more around here because I don't want this to come apart. This is what it looks like. How gorgeous is that? And that's like the center of a flower. How gorgeous is that? turned out very well. I think it's absolutely stunning. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye. Now for the center of our gorgeous flower for our wreath for 4th of July. So you're going to take your center. You have your grid on the bottom. You're going to take your pipe cleaners. You're going to turn over your wreath just like this, and you're going to want to poke your pipe cleaner. Hold on one moment while I do this. Through your wreath. And you're going to give it a good twist. A good twist. Okay? Then cut off the extra. Now, I'm not sure how good that's going to hold it, so I'm going to push down my wreath. Give it another couple twists. I want it nice and tight. And I'm going to put some hot glue on the back here so that my wreath form will all stay together. I'm going to give that a couple seconds. Push it down so that it adheres to the center, and bring it around and push it down, and let's see how it looks. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna have to hang it on a door so you can see it a little better, but you can't even really see the piece that I had messed up. I'm just gonna leave it over that way, but here you go. Here it is in all of her glory. So I'm going to go down and show you with it hanging on a wall, but I think this is absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.